Power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his men who loved to control people.
New lawsuit just came out that shows tons of evidence that P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, has been running a blackmail operation very much like Jeffrey Epstein, but in the rap and music industry.
Gonna get you and your little dog too. And congratulations, Young Miami. Run as fast as Cassie did.
It appears that Jaguar Wright is continuing to reveal more information about Diddy, or as she prefers to call him, Honeycomb. This time, she's unveiling shocking new details about allegedly leaked footage of Diddy's house and his activities there over the years. We've heard rumors about Diddy's infamous parties and how attendees might be taken advantage of, but Wright's revelations add a new layer to the story. So let's get started without any further ado.
The money. That's the money guy. That's where Diddy was getting all of his funds from.
The latest online buzz surrounds an investigation into Diddy's residence due to legal matters. Sean Diddy Combs experienced a remarkable first 9 months of 2023, with highlights including a memorable performance at the MTV VMAs, the release of an acclaimed R&B album earning a Grammy nomination, and discussions about purchasing the BET network. However, the latter part of the year took a drastic turn as a wave of lawsuits emerged, alleging serious accusations against Combs, a prominent figure in hip-hop, including SA and harassment. This stark shift from his earlier achievements has undoubtedly cast a shadow over his career.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs is accused of a lawsuit by R&B singer Cassie claims that she was in a years-long relationship with Combs that also involved beating.
On Monday, authorities conducted searches at residences owned by Sean Diddy Combs as part of a federal investigation. According to a senior federal law enforcement official familiar with the situation, Combs is a primary focus in an investigation overseen by the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York. The Department of Homeland Security Investigations Transnational Organized Crime Division is spearheading the probe, which centers on crimes.
But again, this could possibly be linked to a investigation involving rapper Sean Combs, the music executive.
This investigation follows allegations similar to those raised in several civil lawsuits filed against Combs in New York. These lawsuits, including one filed in federal court in December, accuse Combs of SA and even ST. However, it's important to note that Combs has consistently denied these allegations in the past.
Combs' attorney calls the lawsuit absolutely baseless and vehemently denies the allegations.
Heavily armed teams of Homeland Security Investigations, HSI agents carried out searches at Sean Diddy Combs' residences in Los Angeles and the Miami area. As reported by The First Source, some of these agents were observed riding in armored vehicles. This precaution was taken due to suspicions that Combs employed armed private security personnel at each of his properties.
At the time, so this is just a little bit ago, as you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially as well, the long guns, and a multitude of people.
The agents were granted authorization to search for various items, including documents, phones, computers, and other electronic devices that could potentially contain data or videos, according to the second law enforcement source. A law enforcement source previously informed CNN that Monday's searches were linked to an ongoing ST investigation. HSI in New York stated on Monday that they executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation, in collaboration with local law enforcement and HSI units in Los Angeles and Miami. They also pledged to provide further information as it becomes available. Combs' representatives have yet to respond to CNN's request for comment regarding the searches. Combs is currently facing accusations of ST in 3 separate lawsuits filed recently, all of which he has consistently denied. The specific allegations under federal investigation remain unclear. In addition to these lawsuits, at least 2 more civil lawsuits have been filed in New York against Combs, alleging SA. One of these lawsuits, filed in federal court in December, also included claims of ST. In response to the December suit, Combs stated, "I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged." Most recently, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a former employee of Combs and a producer and videographer, filed a lawsuit last month accusing Combs of SA and leading a widespread and dangerous criminal ST organization, among other allegations. son. The lawsuit was filed in federal court in New York's Southern District. Combs' attorney denied the allegations, calling Jones' claims lies. His reckless name-dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headline. "We have overwhelming, indisputable proof that his claims are complete lies," stated Diddy's attorney, Sean Hawley, last month. CNN crews reported armed law enforcement officers surrounding Combs' residences in Los Angeles' Holmby Hills neighborhood and Miami Beach's exclusive Star Island community. In Los Angeles, at least one armored law enforcement vehicle was observed arriving at the property, while agents were seen processing paperwork on card tables outside the Miami area home. Mobile command post vehicles were also visible at both locations.
We saw as people were led away, potentially in custody. Don't know who these individuals are, if they're related to Diddy in any way, but you can see them.
A representative from Homeland Security Investigations, HSI in Miami, confirmed to CNN that the activity at the Star Island property was indeed related to the execution of a search warrant. HSI, the investigative arm of the Department of Homeland Security, focuses on investigating transnational crime and threat, including terrorism, narcotics, and various forms of organized criminal activity. According to reports from a CNN crew, HSI investigators completed their operations at the Star Island residence just before 11 p.m. on Monday. And why would Jaguar Wright remain silent when Diddy is making headline? Jaguar recently made waves on social media by publicly criticizing rapper Sean Diddy Combs, reigniting their long-standing feud and continuing to expose him. Diddy has made a name for himself in the music industry. Previously, he was known for his music production and the amazing artists he managed. But recently, he's getting known for his adventures a lot more than his music. It seems like Diddy is rather fond of pursuing young men from the industry. The rapper Jaguar recalls one such incident where someone walked in on Diddy making the new singer Christopher Williams go down on him.
She walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in, and when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing on Puff.
It's one thing to perform acts with doors unlocked, but evidence suggests that Diddy was even more unashamed. He didn't bother stopping either.
From what she said to me, it was disturbing because, they didn't stop.
There is a current scrutiny surrounding Diddy, which some view as an attempt to manipulate his peers. Rumors suggest that Diddy has been accused of numerous up-and-coming rappers within the industry. Additionally, insiders claim that Diddy is associated with unsettling and unconventional activities, particularly in the realm of after-parties.
Has ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest.
Social media influencer, entrepreneur, winemaker, and author Josh Ostrovsky, known widely as the Fat Jew, purportedly recounted a harrowing experience involving Diddy and his associate. Josh, who resides in the United States, shared this alleged encounter through his social media platforms.
A lot of people felt one way and a lot of people felt the other way. I sort of got kind of placed into the middle, was like the face of the issue, and I was like, the internet is for yelling and screaming.
Josh basically talked about how he apparently faced the backlash when he exposed Diddy for his dirty actions. Well, it was also natural for the netizens to criticize Josh, because we all know how Diddy has always kept his angelic image among the public. It all started when Josh attended a party that was held on Star Island in Miami, which is also the location of P. Diddy's private mansion. He was there alongside a well-known house producer who was serving as the party's DJ. And what could he have possibly seen there? Only beautiful women? But if there were only beautiful models there, then there should be nothing wrong with the party. This is something suspicious where Josh might have stumbled, because he might have been feared of being recorded wrongfully. And to think of it, it is also very suspicious how a party can only have women while there are no men. But what happened afterward? Josh went to look for the bathroom, and with that, he just made his way down one flight of stairs, and he found himself deep within the twisting corridors of the mansion. And here, two things might have sounded fishy to him. One, no bathrooms in the rooms and men in the rooms. And this is not it. They were all lying around in a very weird manner. Well, you might know if two people lie like they are spooning, they must be a couple. But two men spooning and seeming to be romantically involved is somewhat very weird. That whole scenario could have been enough for Josh to clear all doubts that Diddy put on a show to invite beautiful women so that no one could find what was actually happening behind that pool packed with women. But Josh did not sit back silently and even disclosed apparently that Diddy's after parties and parties are no less than anxiety. Because when you leave those parties, the scenes haunt want you for your life. He said, "Pretty much everything. I've got a plethora of problems. Aren't we all at this point suffering from raging anxiety? The experiences we do are what people wish they could do, like riding around in a convertible with a llama in New York. The majority of individuals have the desire to attend an after party where celebrities will be present so that they may interact with those in the industry. Although Fabulous has attended a number of events in his day, it appears that he feels that some of those parties did not live up to the expectations that were set for them."
All types of crazy things,
sorry,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta get my life together.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man?
Now, if you observe, Fabulous is surrounded by an obvious cloud of melancholy among the crowd. He seems to be carrying an invisible burden, which makes us sympathetic to his attitude. He is quietly enjoying a piece of cake while projecting an air of seclusion. Moreover, he appears reluctant to meet the eyes of others around him, as if he is really uneasy. Perhaps Diddy's presence casts a shadow over Fabulous's consciousness in this enigmatic tapestry of feelings, subtly influencing his current state of mind. Could the rupture be the result of a conflict between their artistic goals or a personal issue? One may only guess because the truth lies deep within their shared past, but Diddy kept questioning him.
So Fab, how was your birthday, man? And what was your wish for this shit?
To which Fab responded,
I like vibes, you know what I mean? I like a good vibe more than like wanting for anything, or like, you know what I mean? So I got a cool vibe. I spend some of the time with my kids.
As you pay close attention to Fabulous, you see that both his words and body language indicate a lot about how he is feeling at the moment. It is clear that he is consciously trying to distinguish himself from Diddy. He emphasizes his desire to be a devoted family man and stay near to his kids, expressing a newly discovered priority for the family.
I went out, grabbed a bag, and I spent some more time with my kids, and you know what I mean? I felt like I was a milestone age.
It appears as though Fab has started a path of self-discovery, reassessing his priorities and realizing the value of preserving his relationships with his family. His decision to put his responsibilities as a loving dad first shows a profound emotional awakening, driven by a desire to create deep relationships within his immediate circle. And even fans noticed something in the environment. One of them said, "The energy and body language from Fab is very telling." And another fan added, "Later, Diddy had himself delivered to Fabulous's crib inside a birthday cake. He jumped out the cake and came at Fab like the booty warrior. I like ya and I want ya. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours, Fabulous." But this is not it. The New York City rapper also recently posted a series of revealing anecdotes on his Instagram story, in which he discussed instances in which he ran off on his celebrity buddies while they were attending events. According to Fab, the circumstance required an Irish escape on this occasion, and it was necessary for it to occur. Not only that, he even dropped some helpful party escaping excuses to help his fans, where he suggested, "You ever got peer pressured into going to the afties? You ever said you were going to the bathroom and left?" Everything started when the rapper known as Ghetto Fabulous asked his fans if they too had ever felt forced into attending an after party when they were at a concert of his. Fabulous said, "You really want to go home or back to the room, but you don't want to be the turn down to the turn up." Fans were thinking about his queries when Fabulous revealed that he had a very absurd experience with Diddy, who kept Fabulous partying until the early hours of the next morning. "I told Diddy I was going to the bathroom and slid one," he admitted. "It was 7 a.m. and this N was still turned." This story was all about Diddy forcing him to go to parties, which can be seen here.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
Did you just notice how Fabulous was hesitating while Diddy said he wanted to go to the party? Why? Because Fabo might have known that there is always something going wrong when Diddy is invited. And this is why Fabulous gave him a very awkward facial expression.
I understand.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
But this thing was also noticed by the netizens. One of them commented, "I remember this. When Diddy gets drunk, his true colors come out. He's definitely into men. I just don't understand why he don't just live in his truth." Another one said, "Surviving P. Diddy is gonna be epic." And Fabulous's desire to flee the scene and return to his house makes perfect sense, given that Diddy's wild partying lifestyle is well known to the public. After that, reportedly, Jamie Foxx also shared something very startling. The 90s era was glittery for the R&B industry, but it was also dark and shady at the same time. There were numerous offbeat gatherings and parties going on at almost every club, and most importantly, nearly every party was hosted by celebrities. And at that time, Jamie Foxx was at the top of the list for arranging and promoting some wild and weird parties. And because of these shady truths, Jamie Foxx has now developed a kind of bad behavior in the eyes of the public. And recently, it has even worsened as a girl released a video revealing that Jamie played end basketball with Diddy.
Wait a minute though, what about those pictures that showed up?
What?
Didn't you have some pictures of you playing basketball?
At this juncture, rumors have brought to light a stark contrast between Diddy's public persona, which portrays him as a disciplined individual, and the alleged darker aspects of his private life. However, the spotlight has now shifted to Jamie, as allegations suggest his involvement in organizing explicit gatherings. According to sources, Jamie is said to have arranged gatherings where guests engaged in activities of a suggestive nature, with prominent figures from Hollywood reportedly in attendance, participating fervently.
So 7-year-old Crystal heard about these celebrity basketball games.
Initially, Jamie would invite celebrities to his home under the pretext of a basketball game, only to transition the gathering into a situation where guests were encouraged to disrobe and engage in dancing. However, it appears that Diddy orchestrated a significant manipulation, putting Jamie in a compromising position. In the preceding year, Jamie Foxx was hospitalized under mysterious circumstances, with reports indicating a severe condition. Speculation arose suggesting Diddy's involvement, alleging an attempt to harm Jamie due to the latter's possession of potentially incriminating evidence.
Puffs it, man. So it's kind of, I'm like, damn, crazy, man, huh? So what I did was, I would show up to the party in my little town car.
Jamie in the video claimed that he has footage of Diddy's obscene parties from Beverly Hills in which all sorts of strange things are happening.
So I followed him the whole time. I remember watching Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And it's a pool party that is ridiculous, man.
There's a prevailing belief among some that Jamie possesses concrete evidence capable of severely damaging Diddy's reputation. Speculation suggests Jamie's hospitalization was not a mere coincidence, but a deliberate act, allegedly orchestrated by Diddy in an attempt to eliminate him. Comedian Dave Chappelle has reportedly spoken out about Jamie's situation, implying a sinister plot and condemning Diddy's actions, indirectly referring to him as a monster.
I believe that they gave me a raw deal because this industry is a monster.
P. Diddy is now known as the king of parties for his reputation of hosting the world's most exclusive adult events. Diddy's events and extravagant lifestyle have wowed attendees from Beverly Hills to the Bahamas and beyond. However, you should know that these gatherings are not for the weak heart, and that Jamie Foxx is the first person to have witnessed one in person.
And I look up and I see Dr. Ruth. I don't know if you know who that is. I see Dr. Ruth. I said, Miss Ruth, could you please come over here? This guy by the name of Sean P. Diddy Combs. I need you to come meet him. I need this for my camera.
Now, the more we find out about Diddy's secret parties, the more unsettling they get. But do you know who was able to dodge Diddy's strange hidden gatherings? 50 Cent. 50 Cent already gave the impression that Diddy is keeping his whereabouts secret when he uploaded a photo showing Diddy and Rick Ross performing on stage together. Because of the angle at which the photograph was taken, it appeared as though the two were kissing. Moreover, he also uploaded a picture of P. Diddy wearing a pink t-shirt and hugging a man who was also dressed in pink, and wrote, "If it ain't making me money, making me better, or making me happy, ain't making time for it." And we can see they are clearly posing weirdly. In addition, there have been other instances in which it has been shown that Diddy would intentionally target young male rappers, and he would push anyone around him into engaging in activity with him.
Telling me we gotta kick it. He's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping? And like, I pay for it. And I was like, this just saying. I got away from him because I was like, this.
To put it simply, Diddy is an odd creature and unusual things excite him. From his past incidents, we can see that his favorite way of luring male rappers is to offer them to go on shopping with him. It seems like he is using shopping as a subtle way to let the other person know that he finds them attractive.
He said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say?
So 50 Cent was staggered to the core when Diddy asked him for shopping. But fortunately, 50 Cent is a man of nerves and he cannot be lured that easily. And ultimately, he was successful in escaping from the scene. 50 Cent couldn't make it to Diddy's parties, but there are people who are more open than 50 Cent and Jamie Foxx. For years, 50 Cent has consistently criticized Diddy, not hesitating to call out the "I'll be missing you" singer on social media whenever the chance arises. He has gone as far as making jokes about Diddy's S, indicating the depth of their ongoing feud. 50 Cent didn't hold back in sharing his thoughts on Diddy's recent lawsuit settlement with Cassie, taking to Instagram on Friday, November 17th. In a now-deleted post, the G-Unit label head and television producer seemed to suggest that Diddy's troubles were just beginning. LOL, he paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the sharks saw the blood in the water, and here they come in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, every woman he put his hand on, he wrote in the caption. Prior to this, 50 Cent, known for his ongoing jabs at Diddy, took to Twitter on Thursday, November 16th, appearing to take another swipe at the bad boy mogul. Damn, brother love, brother love, brother love, you out here looking side-eye emoji crazy as a MF LMAO, he captioned the photo. Zebit once said that Diddy took him to a party he would never forget. Diddy first invited him to his house, and when he thought it was getting quite difficult to lure him, he then took him to a club. But he ended up finding out later that the club they went to wasn't your typical nightclub. Instead, it turned out to be a very overtly homo-esque bar. He said in an interview, "So then, Diddy is doing his business, we go down and get a drink. We sitting there bobbing to the music, and then Superhead points over to the corner. There's two dudes kissing. I'm like, what the F is this? Then she point in another direction, and there's another dude over there, BN dancing. These are not mere rumors. Diddy is literally a nuthead. Just look at this yourself."
You point over the corner, it's two dudes kissing. You know, it's point in another direction, it's another dude over there like.
Zebit was stunned, but he didn't give it much thought until he saw that man dancing BN in the middle of the club. At that point, he started to pay attention. When he came to his senses, he discovered that Diddy had played a joke on him and took him along with him to a bar. Well, Diddy was captivated by this information. However, things apparently took an awkward turn when Diddy expressed displeasure about Zebit's talk. This caused a rift between the two.
Puffy calls me outside, he's like, "Hey man, you know, that girl you know about the girl you," I was like, "Yeah, nigga, yeah, everybody know, but you know what I'm saying, what's happening?" You know, he's like, you know, that's the devil, man.
There have been rumors going around for years suggesting that Diddy used these gatherings as a way to indulge his S-urges, and that he has since converted to homo-S. And not only this, he has been investing a hefty sum in such parties, and Jamie Foxx revealed this himself.
I went to Philly, followed him all the way to Philly. He threw a party, and he said, "Yo, Playboy, this party costs $1.5 million to throw." I'm like, "You are out of your mind."
Although Fox makes these events sound like something out of a Hollywood epic, what actually occurred behind closed doors was considerably more horrific. Sources claim that Diddy used these events to satisfy his S needs with both men and women while concealing his true identity. And the fact that Jamie Foxx was reportedly present at one of these parties and saw the chaos for himself lends credence to the rumors. And cherry on top, federal agents have questioned him about his alleged S activities with minors. As we all know that he had the power to create or break their careers, so he coerced several young rappers into with him. This followed the news that Diddy had an affair with Usher when he was still in his teens. Diddy and Usher shared a bed when Usher was 15 and Diddy was in his late 20s. Despite Diddy's best efforts to make it sound normal, there isn't a single scenario in which it makes sense for an adult Diddy to share a bed with an adolescent Usher.
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and pause.
Usher also admitted that he and Diddy went to SO when Usher was 15 years old, which is what we all know is against the law in the United States and in many other countries as well. Diddy even pushed booze on Usher while he was just a teenager. Usher emphatically denied that he would never send his children to a school like Diddy's.
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
And what is even more heart-wrenching here is that Usher's parents were totally unaware of what their child was going through.
Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, they didn't know nothing about this.
But even apart from that, Diddy has been the subject of a few weird news stories. Most of these people are connected to the industry in some way. For example, a friend of Jaguar's who worked with Diddy at the time witnessed him having S relations with Christopher Williams and leaked the footage in a bombshell tape. Well, he played the same dirty game with Jamie Foxx too. According to sources, he was trapped by Diddy to host a basketball game at his house, and then Diddy lured the attendees to the party to do some shady activities. And this incident would have never come to light if it were not for Jamie's neighbors. Yes, it was Jamie's neighbors who disclosed this filthy incident. Jamie received a visit from the police after his neighbors called to complain about a rowdy game of basketball being played on Fox's land. There was no issue with the noise of the game or the fact that a basketball had accidentally landed in their backyard. It's the fact that all the ballers were N during the game. It's hard to even fathom how awful it would be. Essence interviewed one of his neighbors. Essence asked, "Are you sure?" Then the neighbor replied, "Basketball. I'm telling you the man's crazy." seems like the culmination of these incidents has reportedly prompted federal authorities to initiate a search of Diddy's residence, presumably in pursuit of evidence that could be utilized against him in the ongoing lawsuit filed by Lil Rodney and Cassie. With each new development, Diddy's situation appears to be escalating, indicating growing challenges ahead for him. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.